Yes, sir.
Well, hey everyone, this is Pastor Kellen Brooks, Pentecostal Temple, and y'all, I'm excited because one of my friends and brothers is on the line tonight, talking about his health journey, and that is none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Alan Evans. Yes, sir.
How's it going, man? Doing good. Doing good. Thank you for having me.
Man, excited to have you on here tonight, man. And many people, for the people who don't know you, man, just give us a quick brief overview, man. Who is Alan Snoop Evans?
Well, I'm a church boy, born and raised, Kojic. My dad is a pastor, Pastor Alan Evans. My mom's First Lady Shanetta Evans. I'm married, Tasha Evans. I got 2 kids. I'm a musician. I love God. I'm saved. I love church. And I recently, over the past, I want to say the past 4 years, I just had a completely different health scare, and it just totally just turned my whole world upside down, and just I still just can't believe this is happening. Like I still try to process everything, but yeah, just loving this health journey. In 2020, if you would have told me that this would be how I am now, you couldn't pay me to believe that. You couldn't pay me. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wow. So your health journey started in 2020, and would that happen right before the pandemic or in the pandemic?
It happened. It's so amazing how God does it. It happened right before the pandemic. I guess everything dropped. Everything just came to a screeching halt, and I was playing for a conference Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was feeling some tingling in my left arm, and I hate going to the hospital, so I just didn't go. I just ignored it. I was like, man, it'll go away. That's what I would say. Just if you ignore it, it'll go away. And Friday it happened, Saturday it happened. I'm just kind of just like, man, what is this about? And so Sunday it happened. It was still going. I said, man, it was Valentine's Day, and I told my wife, I was like, you know what? Let me just go to urgent care just to see what's going on. Now, for me to say that I'm really, really scared, because it was 3 days. I woke up Saturday morning, it was still there. I'm like, and woke up Sunday morning. I'm like, okay, what's going on? So went to urgent care. The lady took my never forget, it was Valentine's Day. It was on a Sunday. Took my blood pressure, and she said, your blood pressure is really elevated, really high. And so, I wait in the room. The doctor comes in, and she said, yeah, you have very high blood pressure. He said, you're feeling tingling in your left arm. I said, yeah. I said, I'm good. I just feel a little tingling. She said, okay, yeah. And it's no joking around, no playing, nothing's funny. She said, yeah, you got to go to the hospital right now. You gotta go. And the urgent care place is not far. It's not too far from the house. So she said, yeah, you have to stop what you're doing. You have to go straight to the hospital. You cannot go home. You're leaving our care. She said, matter of fact, do you want an ambulance? I'm like, no. I'm like, no, that costs too much money. And, I'm like, it's not that serious. She said, sir, that's sign of heart attack and stroke. Like that's a sign of that. They said, you have to go straight to the hospital right now. We're going to call ahead so you don't have to wait in line. And I'm looking like, what? So, and this is all, I had been hearing about this stuff. It never happened to me. You thinking it'll happen to everybody else, but never me. It can't happen to me. So I'm in the car, I'm driving, and I call my wife. I said, yes, I'm heading to the hospital. She's like, huh? I said, yeah. They told me I couldn't go home. They said I got to go straight to the hospital. So I'm driving. I think it was Beaumont. I forgot where. But my wife called the family, and I park and as I'm walking up to the hospital, my heart is racing. I'm scared. I'm like, I don't want to be in the hospital and all this. I said, God, if you just please let me out of this without a heart attack and stroke, I promise you I'll do better. I promise. Please don't let me have a heart attack and stroke. And so got in. I mean, I'm getting EKGs hooked up to me. I'm in the room. I got the roll. I got the thing on the whole nine. I'm just like, God, I don't want to be in the hospital, and here I am. So thank God, my heart was good, and I think that they told me like the tingling for my arms, and I still lift weights, and I've been playing for 30 years, so I guess like a nerve or something must have, along with my diet and everything. So, but it wasn't heart related. So, man, when I left that place, I went straight home and just started throwing away hot sauce. I had some pizza the day before, the leftovers I had, just started just throwing stuff away, just getting rid of everything because I wanted to I don't want nothing to tempt me so I won't keep my promise. So yeah, that's just kind of what springboarded everything.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. So the health scare that you thought was a health scare was really just something different completely.
Yeah. But it was enough to keep my attention.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, not everybody gets that opportunity. So what would you say to that person who they're like, man, well, I feel fine, and people just trying to guilt me into being smaller. Like, what do you say to that person that's trying to reason their way out of getting into the health journey?
Yeah, it's that's what I said for so long, and like you can't ignore the signs. You cannot ignore the signs, and that's why I feel because God gave me another chance. And the thing is, if I had a heart attack and a stroke, I couldn't blame nobody but myself, because the way I would eat intentionally, eating 2 a.m, just because, not even hungry, just because it's there, just because I want something to do. And he gave me another chance to get it right. And I've heard so many musicians, having heart attacks and strokes and losing the use of their arms and can't walk, and just the thought of that, me not being able to play, and then I can't provide for my family, and just the thought of that is a nightmare to me. So to the person that's thinking that, I know how it is. You just want to, we got responsibility. We got to work. We got to take care of our family. We got to take care of the home. We got to take care of the car. We got a grocery shop. We got so many responsibilities. Yeah. And it's like, you know what? I don't drink. I don't do drugs. It's just, why can't I just enjoy some food? Oh, you there? Okay. Yeah. And it's like, and I used to be like, why can't I just enjoy some food? I just want to just enjoy this food without someone making me feel guilty. Like, why can't I just have what I want? Why does everything have to be, you got to moderation this? It's like, why can't I just do what makes me happy? I'm not drinking, I'm not doing drugs. And it's like that it's excess, and it's lust, and it won't stop there. So the person that and it's just, I was, for lack of a better word, morbidly obese. It's no pretty package to put on it. It's no soft language. I was morbidly obese, and so many people think that it's, you got to be 600 plus pounds. No, if you're past a healthy weight where you can function. It was one time I was bringing in some groceries, and before I guess started losing, and I just had the groceries in my hand, and I just turned to walk and sprained my knee. Not running, not playing football or basketball, just I'm walking and I sprained my knee, carrying an extra 127 pounds, just walking, and I sprained my knee. So, but yeah, to the musician, that it may take a little extra preparation, to find something healthy, like when you're out on the road, and it's easy to stop at Popeyes, and it's easier to do that, but it comes with a cost. So I would just say to that person, just, man, you got to count up the cost. You got to think about the future. You got to think ahead. Of course, all powers in God's hand. Our health is ultimately in God's hands. But He gave us a charge over our own bodies, what to do. Absolutely. So you can't ignore it and think it'll go away, because it won't. It'll come back.
Yeah. For sure. So you did the first step. Your attitude changed.
Yes, sir.
And then you literally started throwing food away.
Literally. Terrified. Wow. Yep.
So from the attitude shift to the food shift, tell us about the journey of the weight loss. How did you lose the weight? Did you go to the gym? Did you have surgery? Did you take Ozempic? I mean, what? Because everybody's trying to figure out what's the secret sauce,
Yeah, it is. So fear, and it's funny because it's a couple of things that happened in my life that are fear-based, that really just took me from this to just straight this way, and now I'm going full speed ahead, So that was something that springboarded me into, okay, all right, this is it. I don't want to. I promise God, if you let me off, I will do better. Okay, He let me off. Be it, I don't care. Maybe I overreacted. I don't care. The whole point is He let me off, and so now, okay. So I still have the desire. Pizza still smell good. I still love chocolate, but it's like, what's going to make me not indulge in it like I used to? So what I did, I cut out pop completely, cut out juice, and I drank nothing but water, just straight water. And I thought I was drinking enough water until I hooked up with my trainer. He told me like a gallon. I need to drink a gallon a day. So I was like, oh my God, I'm drinking nowhere near that. So I started drinking water. I stopped eating. I actually, let me see. I started doing egg whites. And wheat bagels. And I was doing egg whites. And after a while, I stopped eating cheese. And like that right there was just like, that happened a little later. So I started eating, I cut out hot sauce. I stopped using Lawry's salt and everything. I was using Miss Dash. I was using onion powder, garlic powder, stuff like that. And like I instantly started dropping, and I mean just like quickly. And I started doing oatmeal, and I wasn't using like butter like that. I was using organic honey, just something, just trying to get away from sugar, So I started just gradually eliminating things and stop eating bread. I started eating wheat bread, stuff like that. Just going from what I knew, and that's how I just slowly started dropping. And it was all natural. I was already going to the gym, but I was wasn't serious about it. I get there, get on my phone, not just playing around. Wasn't really interested in cardio. I was just weights, just wanted to be strong and stuff. And so that's when I started getting into cardio, and I started doing more cardio. And I was doing 30 minutes. Well, I started 15, started doing 20, then 30, then and so that's how I gradually happened. So I was going 2 to 3 times a week, and so I got to the point where I said I want to lose 20. I was like, let me see what 20 will do, and I hit 20, and so now I was like, okay, well let me try 30. So I lost 30, and then I started to see how my face was going down.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I said, okay. I mean, why not? I might as well. Why not go the whole way? Why not? Just since I don't want to eat these same things, it's like, why not? May as well. So that's how I started. It's all natural. all natural. I would lose 10 pounds and I would reward myself by going to Buffalo Wild Wings.
I remember
and
that.
just going crazy. And then I would gain 7 back. So, I would lose 10 pounds. And I started out at 289. So lose, and I would but when I first started, I didn't go to Buffalo Wild Wings for, I want to say, like a year, because I was terrified. I was just, and that, like, Buffalo Wild Wings is my place.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let me get at a break. So when I lost 30, I celebrated and and went there. So, and I got to 50 and I hit a plateau, and that's when I couldn't go no further than 50. And that's when I got a trainer. Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, tell me about the moment where you got the trainer, right?
Yeah.
So you were able to lose 50 pounds on your own?
Yeah.
What
I dropped 50.
What difference did having an additional person do to help you break that plateau?
Man, so now that I'm seeing the benefits, my face is clearing up, face is going down. I'm feeling better about myself. I got energy. I'm waking up before the alarm clock, and now I'm getting up at 6, and at this time I was working out 3 days a week, and I remember being on this ad machine, and I was working out, and I was just sitting there, and I was just thinking about, I'm getting older, I'm in my 40s, and I said, I'm technically, if we go by what the Bible said, we promised 3 score and 10. I'm thinking, like, wow, technically more is behind me than in front of me.
Wow.
And I'm on this machine. I just got done doing an exercise, and I'm sitting there with my arms up, and I literally laughed out loud. I said, man, forget this. I said, forget this. I'm not doing this. I said, I refuse to get to the end of life and have regret. I refuse. So from that day on, I went to 5 days a week, 2.5 hours. I'm like, I already lost my 30s to foolish eating, eating whatever I want. And so I'm like, man, I might as well go all the way. Like, I mean, this is it. We don't have a redo. I don't get a do-over. It's not a video game. There's no 10 life. Once you're done, you're done. You can't come back. So I lost 50, and now I just want it all off. I want it off. Get this weight off of me now. I want to get down past 200. I want to be like I was in high school now. So now I just want to get it off now, off. So when I hit 50 and I couldn't go past 50, I started panicking. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, I'm doing the same thing I've been doing. Why is it working? I'm still working out 2.5 hours. I'm eating the same thing. And so my trainer, Andre Christopher Morris, he's a excellent musician, producer. He played for Donald Lawrence, toured with him, and he went through a weight loss, like I think like a decade before I even started. Went through an amazing metamorphosis, and he even started competing. He bulked up, started competing, like, I mean, complete different, this like success story. And so I saw him, I was like, I think I want to do what he's doing. And what's funny is he saw what I was doing, and he said, man, if I ever just get a chance to hook up with him. But he never told me he was a trainer. He never told me. And it's funny just how we just connected, because I reached out to him. I was like, man, I love the way I saw your story. I love the way you're built. It's like, man, it's like I hit a plateau. I can't get past this certain weight. And he said, man, I've been checking you out. He said, I've been seeing your dedication. All you got to do is just cut this out, this. And it took me, I want to say it took me a year and maybe like I want to say like a year and a half to lose the 50. When I hooked up with him, he got my weight, got my height, got everything. It took, he even got like an app. It took like a week for him to get back to me. He said, this is what you eat. You can use all these things, use this, weigh everything you eat, weigh everything, use this, don't use that. And in the morning, do this before you eat, do this at a certain period of time, these certain amounts. And I lost another 50 pounds with him in 4 months. Like it was just falling off. And most trainers charge like 300, 400 a month, and it's absolutely worth it. And it was only 150 a month. And yeah, and so that's when I was just like, I was just overboard with it. Now, waking up before the alarm clock just to get to the gym and just, because now I feel better. My blood pressure is 110 now. Like that's,
yeah,
couldn't believe that. So yes, sir.
Wow, that's powerful, man. And so, I follow you on social media, and so, man, you're in a routine. It's like you walking down the stairs, you about to go practice some music, about to go to the gym, you get in the car wash. Tell me how important a routine is and what your routine looks like to maintain this lifestyle.
Yeah. Routine is very important. If you wanna, it's very, very important. If you wanna grow. That's how I learned how to play bass. I just when I found that I love bass, it was that every day, all day. That's all I wanted to do. And so now that I'm older, I'm in my 40s now, and now mortality is taking place. It's like that's something like I didn't have to worry about this when I was 15. It's like 40, man. That's now I am. I'm 42 now. So it's like, okay, now some things got to change. I gotta look at it from a different standpoint. And like routines is important for me. And even now, when we get done, I got to go to the grocery store so I can get my food and make it and have it ready in the morning, because I have to have my food with me. Because if you're out somewhere, everybody's not on the same program as you. So people going, and that's how I was when I was eating what I wanted to eat. And I remember, your brother Kenny, same, he's been on this journey, he's been on it. And I remember being around people that were trying to eat, do right and everything. And I was eating pizza and didn't care about what they were eating. Like, hey, I'm eating what I want to eat. I'm enjoying it. Didn't care about the struggle that they were having. So now I'm on the other side, and now I have to, okay, now I see the struggle. You want to do better. Yeah. And now everywhere you go, I always say there's nothing worse than bad food than free bad food. Like, not when I wanted to eat everything I wanted to eat, I had to pay for it. Now that I want to eat healthy, now everything is free. I go places. Oh, it's cookies. Go ahead, get you some cookies. We got more than a take. I'm like, no, I don't want that. And it's like, the temptation is there. Free Twinkies, free chocolate chip cookies, just everywhere. Brown, and they're just giving. Oh, go ahead, take this pizza, this whole box of pizza. We don't want it. People didn't come to the party, so we got extra. And it's like, no, I don't want that now. So now I have to make this routine where I get up at a certain time, I make my food, and I have my food with me. I have my jugs of water. So that way when I'm somewhere, and I'm stronger now because I failed and got back up, tried again. And I'm stronger to the point now I'm more disciplined. And so that I can see it and say, no, I don't know. I'm not going to eat it. Y'all go ahead. And people will get upset at me for not eating. I'm like, y'all,
why? What is it about our culture that we get offended when we turn down food? What is that, man?
It's because you're showing them that you can have the discipline. You're showing them that, and they don't want it. They don't want it. It was so funny. I was somewhere at a party. I was at a party, and it was a pizza party. It was a pizza buffet. And it was for a young kid. I took my kids with me, and they had pizza. But I had my food in the car. And I came in, and I was just sitting, and I didn't eat. I didn't say, "Hey man, y'all need to stop." I didn't do none of that. And this one lady, she was so mad at me. physically seething. Just, I'm like, you okay? I'm like, and she just stared, and she didn't say a word. I was just like, but it's showing that it's kind of like a feeling of hopelessness. Like, man, my mom died from it. My dad, my aunts got high blood pressure. Both sides of the family, it's inevitable. And you're showing them, no, it's not. You can live a healthy life. You can make a decision to deny your flesh. And my trainer said, everybody tells you you're dieting, ain't you? I said, yeah. He said, you're not dieting. He said, you're eating what you're supposed to eat. Yeah. You're not supposed to have high blood pressure. You're not supposed to have diabetes. That's not the way it goes. It don't have to be like that. But our culture says that we eat whatever we want. We used to get served. I remember as a kid, we used to get served punch and cake. Punch and cake? That's too much sugar. That's way too much sugar. As kids, we used to have punch and cake from a child all the way up. And then when you get diabetes, you say, God can, he's the healer of diabetes. No, you got to stop eating what you're eating. You got to stop doing it. You can't, but that's how we're taught. That's how we're taught. That's how it's been. And people seeing that, it's shining a light on and saying you can do it. It's just you just don't want to. And it's hard, it's tough, it's a challenge, but it's worth doing. And it can be done naturally. It can be done.
Yeah, that's crucial, man. That this can be done naturally.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you don't have to, of course, we're not knocking anybody that goes another route, but you're a prime example that, man, that's right, drink.
Yeah.
That you can drink the right things, eat the right things, get the right accountability, and be on track. Man, there's something you say every single day. I say this is like your sermon. This is the thing you preach every single day. I want you to leave that with the audience, man. What are those points that you want people to take away from this lesson as they move on this journey of health and wellness?
I say, I always read everybody, hey, good morning, living sanctuaries. You know, that's kind of my, I don't know, I just stumbled on that, just happened to say it. So I'll always say every morning, I say, hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good night's rest, good breakfast, and you get to the gym, eat clean, drink your water, and deny that flesh. It's no way around it. There's no way around it. You got to deny that flesh. And I'm at the point now where I can use moderation. I can have a little fun here and there, and not even cheat days, just a cheat meal every now and then. The last time I've been to Buffalo Wild Wings was in January. So and so like now I can do little things here and there, not a whole cheat day, but a cheat meal. But like starting out, I had to stop. I had to stop it because I was overweight. And so this flesh wants what it wants, how it want it, when it want it. And it's a picture I put up. I think I was 33. I was 33. I was on the road. I was with Fred, and I was in his warehouse, and we were practicing. And there's a picture that I always put up, and I make sure I post it every often. And I was saying, I don't drink. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Never had a drink. Never had a smoke. Never got high. But I said, look at me. It's no benefit. You can tell no benefit. I'm overweight. I look tired. My face is puffy. It's bags. I said, where's the benefit? And here I am. I'm thinking I'm doing, I'm this church boy. Well, I'm not doing drugs. And I'm literally thinking I'm better off than the person that's a wino or a drug addict. And I look no healthier. I look no better. My blood pressure is too high, can barely breathe, can't move around, walk up some stairs. I'm tired. It's like, what's the benefit? And so for so long, we think we're better than the drug addict when the food is the drug. The food is actually the drug.
It's the drug.
It's the drug. To me, to me, I honestly think in my heart of hearts that food is worse than drugs, because if I'm smoking weed or someone is doing drugs at a police station, they can be arrested and put in jail, and that stuff be taken away from them. It can be taken away from them. They can lose access from it. But I can eat a whole pizza. I can eat a tub of ice cream in front of a police station. There's nothing they can do about it. They just got to walk past. I can be 60 pounds eating in their face, and there's nothing they can do about it. At least with the drugs, it can be taken away. I can be put somewhere where I can't get to it. But this is nothing they can do. And that's why I say every day you got. I asked the guy, it was years ago, he's really in shape, and I mean, just, you know, the ideal body that everyone wants, the health, everything, the skin, everything. And it's like, I asked him, I said, man, is there any way I can get in shape like you and eat what I want? He said, no, you cannot do it. You can't do it. And that's how we are with every walk, all walks in life, with our walks with Christ. We try to hold on to the world and still have, you gotta let one go. You gotta let one go for the other. And it hurt me because I love pizza so much. I love cheese so much. I love chocolate and brownies so much. It's like, God, but I want that, but I don't want to let this go. So it's that flesh. You gotta kill that flesh daily. And that's the thing. That's what that flesh want, what it want.
Yeah. Snoop, this was powerful, man. And I truly believe that this is going to help a lot of people, help a lot of musicians too.
Man.
I mean, you know, you've been, you're at the age where we can say you've been a pillar.
Oh my God, that's great.
Decades now. You know what I'm saying? At the top of your game. This is inspiring to me, and I know it's going to be a blessing to a lot of people. I appreciate you taking some time out today, man.
Man, my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you. And I'm just grateful for the chance to do it. That's why I find it a responsibility for me to do it, because he gave me another chance. And like I see so many people going through this, and it's like it's hope. I just want to show you it's hope. It can be done. It can be done.
Yeah. Man, that's powerful. That's powerful.
Yes, sir.